What is up, guys? Welcome back to Super Rangers Podcast, the best Power Rangers / Super Sentai podcast on the planet. I'm your host, Bryce, here on Earth Nerd. That's right. The Big Bang Network is no more, but don't worry, Earth Nerd is here, and we are gonna be better than ever here with Earth Nerd. I'm really excited to show you guys what all we have planned for this new adventure here on YouTube. But yeah, Earth Nerd is here. This is the new name for the channel. You might recognize the name before. It's a channel that I had a while back, but I decided to bring the name over to here. And I also used it for like some other videos I made on this channel, but now the actual channel name is Earth Nerd. And I guess I'll give you a brief little update on that. Ryder is still around, Franklin's still around, and yeah, we're basically calling ourselves the inhabitants, okay, of Earth Nerd. And if you want to become a inhabitant of Earth Nerd today, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps out the channel and the other members a ton. So yeah, let's get right into the podcast today. And basically, I'm going to be talking about what I think Saban and Power Rangers should do for season 25. Now, this is not at all confirming anything. This is just what I think would be cool for season 25. And let's just go off right off. Okay, I'm just stumbling all over my words, but let's just go right into. You might be noticing in the thumbnail, I have Duo Red from Duoger, and I am a firm believer. I could be incredibly wrong, but I honestly really think that Saban is going to surprise us and adapt Duoger for Super Ninja Steel. Okay, now you guys probably think I'm crazy, and you know what? Maybe I am. I don't know. This could be incredibly wrong and not even close to what's going to happen, but I just haven't. I've just come to notice that the Red Ranger's already going to get his sort of like his battleizer in this season because they've already showed it in the trailers, and I can't help to notice that they've used most of the Zords already. Ripcon's already destroyed, and they're bringing in a new villain for next season. I don't know if you guys read the articles about that, but I'm pretty sure they're going to destroy Galvanax at the end of season 1. So, and that also means what are they going to do for the toys? Because unless they make surprise us with some new American suits or a new American power up for the Ninja Steel Rangers, there's not going to be much else for the toys to release for figures wise, at least, because they've already released the Ninja figures, the normal Ranger figures. Then they released the Ninja Master Mode figures, I believe, and then they're releasing the Ninja Training Mode figures. So that's all 3 of their modes already released in toy form for season 1. So that begs the question, what are they going to do for season 2? So that's why I think they're going to adapt Zyuohger for season 2, kind of like what they did with Megaforce, and they had Go Sager for season 1 and then Go Kaiger for season 2. I don't know, I just think it makes sense because they've already released all the toys they can for these current powers, and it's not like you could say, oh well, they're the only person that's going to get a power up in season 2 would be Brody, and that'd be fine. I'd be able to accept that, but Brody's already getting his power up or his battleizer in this season because we've seen it in the trailers. So I'm kind of over here just going like, oh, are they gonna do something else next year? And I think it would make sense because Zyuohger in Japan was the 40th anniversary, and now the only rumored Megaforce Ranger to return is Gia, but the Gokaigers did cross over with the Zyuohgers in Japan, so they could do a Super Megaforce crossover if they really wanted to. I don't think that's what they're going to do, though, because the only rumored Megaforce Ranger to return is Gia, so I don't think they're going to do that unless they use archive footage for everybody but Gia. But I don't really see them doing that, but that would be cool if they brought back the Super Megaforce Rangers for Super Ninja Steel. And if you're wondering, oh, what are they going to do with the suits then? Because they don't look like ninjas. Well, it's kind of like they could probably just do what they did in Jungle Fury, where they were kung fu masters, but they had these like animal spirits or whatever. They could probably do something like that. Maybe not specifically animal spirits. I mean, they could because it's going to be the anniversary season, so why not? But maybe just I don't know, just like have them do with these animals or something or whatever. I guess animal spirits there. I mean, I don't want to mention animal spirits because I really don't think they're going to go that far and say, "Oh, we're tampering into our animal spirits or whatever." Because kung fu and ninjas are, I mean, they're similar, but Paichua masters and ninjas are kind of two separate things. But I don't know. It could happen. It could not happen. And then also, if they were to do Juoger, I really think that they would make Mick the Orange Ranger because they had this whole thing. Well, Kelson Henderson, he's been with Power Rangers for a really long time. And way back in SPD, um, there was an episode where he had a dream and he became the Orange Ranger, his character Boom. And yeah, and then he was trying to impress his parents, and he made his own costume and everything. But yeah, so Kelson Henderson has had a history with the Orange Power Ranger, and I think it'd be really cool if it came full circle and um, Kelson Henderson's Mick became the Orange Super Ninja Steel Ranger or whatever. I think that'd be really cool to see that happen. I think that'd just be so neat. But on to actual anniversary things. I don't understand where this rumor came about, but there is a whole bunch of rumors coming out that Lord Draken will appear in Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, and he will be played, of course, by Jason David Frank, who played as Tommy. Well, and if you don't know who Lord Draken is, if you haven't been keeping up with the comics or the Power Rangers Legacy Wars video game, Lord Draken is pretty much an alternate universe version of Tommy, to where the Sword of Darkness was destroyed. However, he decided to stick with Rita instead of join the Rangers, and he basically became this hybrid between the White and Green Rangers. It's really awesome. He is such a cool character, and you can even play as him in Power Rangers Legacy Wars, which is really cool. And Jason David Frank has been talking about saying, "Oh, well, it just gives me another character to play." So you're just kind of going like, "Oh, well, are they going to put him in Superpower Beatdown?" And then like there's of course this is 25th anniversary coming up. So people are thinking for the 25th anniversary, Jason David Frank will come back, but not as Tommy, but as Lord Draken. I think that'd just be so cool, and I think it'd be even cooler if he came back as both Tommy and Lord Draken. I think that'd just be so cool to see the main universe Tommy facing off with Lord Draken. I just think that'd be so cool to see. It'd be interesting though to see how they would put Lord Draken into the main Power Rangers universe, because in the comics, well, the Rangers are still teenagers, and the comics take place in 2016. So that kind of raises some questions, because it's kind of like a separate reboot. It can't really be in any other alternate timeline because it's set in 2016, whereas the original series is set in 1993. So yeah, there's kind of some things there. I don't think they're gonna say he's from the comics universe or something. I think they'll probably give a different backstory somewhat um, than the comics. I think they're gonna what am I trying to say? Differentiate it. I definitely mispronounced that, but I think you know what I mean. But they're gonna try and change it from the comics and do something different, because I don't think they would be able to do that properly if they just tried to use the same exact backstory from the comics. I just don't think that would work. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about that down below. And I recently just watched Linkara's History of Power Rangers episode on Power Rangers Dino Charge and what he thought of the finale. And he said there was three things that could happen. One, it's in an alternate universe. Two, it's in the main universe, but dinosaurs are just endangered to the point to where they can only be in this one zoo. So he says, okay, dinosaurs can exist, but maybe just in the zoo. Maybe they're still an endangered species, but they still are in this one zoo. So, but and most um the most interesting theory that he had was that the Time Force came in, fixed everything, and then just kind of went like, "All right, see ya." So I think that might be something that they could explore, maybe in the anniversary episode or whatever, because both Coda and Wes are rumored to come back. Wes being from Time Force, Coda being from Dino Charge. So I think definitely maybe they could do something with that. Maybe have Wes say, "Yeah, we had to fix your screw up or whatever," because Coda's team kind of did majorly screw up. They really, really, really messed up the timeline. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of Time Force kind of fixing what Dino Charge did to the timeline, because if there would be anybody who would be watching that and being able to fix it, I think Time Force definitely would be the ones to fix it. So I think that'd be really cool if they maybe explain that in Super Ninja Steel. I really hope they do something to explain that finale though, because it just doesn't make sense. So they have to either say it's in an alternate universe, or the dinosaurs are still endangered, but there's just enough to where they can be in this one zoo in Amber Beach, or Time Force went back, fixed everything to where Sledge wasn't a threat, Sentai 6 could still be saved, but they didn't just completely mess everything up. So, yeah, I think that'd be really interesting to see what they would explain, how they would explain it. Um, I just want some sort of explanation to what the heck happened in Dino Charge, because oh my gosh! And if you look at the returning Rangers, you can see that every single Zeo Ranger, besides the Gold Ranger, are rumored to return. So that would be Jason David Frank as Tommy. Um, then there would be Catherine Sutherland as Kat, Johnny on Bosch as Adam, Akia Baris, I think, as Tanya, and then Steve Cardenas as Rocky. So all five of them, oddly enough, are rumored to return. So that can't mean Mighty Morphin, because Tanya was not in Mighty Morphin, and it can't be Turbo because um, Rocky wasn't in Turbo. So I think what they're trying to do is do some sort of Zeo reunion, maybe. And I think that'd be really cool, and maybe the Zeo Rangers fighting up against Lord Draken. I don't know what they're doing. I Lord Draken really does seem like a far fetched idea to me. I think Lord Draken would be the coolest thing ever for them to do as the 25th anniversary, but I really don't think they're gonna do it. This Zeo reunion does seem more likely, so I think that's probably what they're actually trying to do. Um, because it just makes sense. They have all five Zeo Rangers. Um, so if they aren't doing a Zeo reunion, then I have no idea what they're doing. Um, let's see. We've got the Red Ninja Storm Ranger and the Blue Ninja Storm Ranger also rumored to return. Not really that big of a surprise because this is the ninja season, and you'd think, yeah, there would be some ninja rangers that would return. So I definitely am not surprised that they're returning. Of course, West from Time Force, as I mentioned before, is most likely returning. Coda from Dino Charge is most likely returning, and as I said before, Gia from Megaforce and Super Megaforce is also, well, I think definitely returning, because if you watch a video of her getting asked this question or whatever, like, have you been in New Zealand here recently? She just kind of goes like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm 100% sure Sierra Hannah as Gia is returning. And oh yeah, the Mystic Force Yellow Ranger is rumored to return, which also is not a surprise because the Mystic Magi Yellow from Magi Ranger, of course, returned in Ninja. So they definitely could do it. They have the Sentai footage too, so I don't see why they wouldn't. And I don't think I'm missing anybody else. Chase um, is rumored to return, but I don't really think that's happening because they were just kind of listing people off that they saw in New Zealand, and Chase was one of them. But of course, he saw in New Zealand because he's from New Zealand. So yeah, I would say that he would probably be in New Zealand. But the reason why I don't say the same thing about the others is because, well, the Ninja Storm Rangers, because they're ninjas, and the Red Ninja Storm Ranger returned in Ninja, and the same thing goes for Mystic Force Yellow Chip because he showed up in Ninja. So that's why I actually do think they're returning, but not Chase, because of course Chase would be in New Zealand because he probably lives there, and there's not really any Sentai footage to prove that he would need to be there. So yeah, but the American Rangers, however, if they are spotted in New Zealand, I'd say they're probably in it. So all the Rangers that live in America, I'd say they're definitely returning if they were saw in New Zealand, because why would they just be in New Zealand for fun, you know? So, yeah, definitely tell me what you guys think about that down below. I don't think there's anything else I really want to say. So, yeah, guys, tell me what you guys think. What do you guys want to see in the Power Rangers 25th anniversary? Definitely let me know down below. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye. Take care.